Afternoon. It's definitely afternoon. Late for me. Very late. But I'm trying a later schedule. And I'm still late. And I apologize. I gotta stop apologizing. I was out and about. Got stuck in traffic. So I'm here now. Bat signal just now going up. So who's been out and about in the world? I find one common theme again this morning is fear is alive and well. And working within this 3D reality, trying to move our way up into this 5D, 6D, 7D, moving our way out of that. And the greatest thing to let go of in every way possible is fear. So we're going to talk about fear today. So I hope some people show up. I'd love to have an interactive conversation, because the one thing that was coming up this morning, Terrell Ann and Carol and I already had a conversation, excuse me, been out in the world, and I get, my allergies get all flared up when I do that. So the one thing that came up was the gas price, or the gas shortage. So we're gonna talk about what happens when humanity falls into fear, and how that affects all of us, and how it affects our energy, and raising that vibration out of fear mode, because fear pulls us down in so many ways. It creates illness, it creates depression, sadness. Wow, it creates pretty much everything that comes, that is lower vibrational, comes from fear. So we don't want to stay in fear. Even though the world looks like a scary place, we have to work to pull ourselves out of fear. So that's what it's all about today. So I see a couple of you. Numbers are starting to grow. Please forgive me. It took me a lot longer to get back than I thought. The traffic here in this little town can be insane. So it took me a little while to get back through the traffic. So here we come. Hi, Carol. Good morning. Talking about fear today. Hey, Rebecca. And what happens when we can release fear? Because fear, hi, Stefan, I see you too. I'm not sure who else, because my eyes are not that great. Come on in. I'd love for this to be more interactive. If you feel like you want to put in anything, I'll be watching comments, because the one thing, this gasoline shortage that everyone's talking about this morning, that's why I'm going to this fear conversation, because oftentimes what happens is somebody posts something and we go into that place of, oh my gosh, now I'm afraid. Well, that little bit of fear triggers us down into that downhill spiral. Sometimes it pulls us into a place of it can just continue to grow and grow and grow. It's like a little monster, and we begin to feed it, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And unfortunately, what happens when we do that, good, Rebecca, what happens when we go to that place and we let it spiral us is that our energy starts to drop. We're more open to disease, depression, all those lower vibrational energies, everything. I say this often, and I'm going to continue to repeat it probably until the end of days. Everything that's beautiful and high vibrational comes out of a vibration of love, and everything that is lower vibrational. So it can be guilt, shame, blame, hate, depression, sadness, grief. All of that stuff actually comes from fear. So we as a nation are, as each one of us as individuals and as a collective consciousness, not just a nation, but a complete worldwide collective consciousness, are looking to release fear, because it holds us in a lower vibration. It holds us in that space of all of humanity, in the space of 3D, where we're out to get each other, where we're judging each other, where we're feeling guilty, where we're feeling ashamed, where we're all that stuff. It actually only comes through that filter of fear. So when we have things pop up, like today, Carol, today suddenly it was, there's going to be a big gas shortage. I went and filled up my gas tank because it needed to be filled up anyway, but I'm watching people, and they're going to the gas station now with a bunch of the canisters and gas cans and things to fill up so that they've got extra. And I'm thinking, we have a choice. We have a choice. The last time we had a big shortage, it was toilet paper. And everybody went so crazy to stock up toilet paper and to hoard it that we ended up with a huge toilet paper shortage. Imagine, we've got a shortage of toilet paper. It was the craziest thing. Crazy. So here we go again. There is a fear out there that there won't be enough gas to go around. So everybody's getting crazy. Hi, Geraldine. Everybody's going to get crazy and start hoarding. This is our choice, guys. We have two choices. We can allow the fear to make us start acting crazy. Or we can say, all right, calm down. There's enough to go around. We can share. We can be easy. I can travel a little less. I can maybe go a few less places. I don't need to go there and use quite as much gas. I don't need to hoard it. I don't need to get crazy because this will resolve itself, just like the toilet paper. It will resolve itself. We will be okay. There are other resources for gasoline. The nation, we do have other ways. There are other ways that they will open up so that we will not have a big shortage. But we can't allow ourselves to go into fear here, because fear reaches its tentacles out to everything else. So pretty soon, COVID was a disease of fear. Look how far it's grown. Because of fear, it's gone so far. And so allowing ourselves to step back, the first response is, oh, I'm afraid of this. The second response should be, wait, take a big breath. Hold on. Hold on. Let your higher self come in and give you a little guidance here. Fear is never going to be the answer. It's a knee-jerk response because we have that very active ego that has been keeping us alive for a very long time. So that ego pops right up and goes, uh-oh. And the ego loves it. It's like a big game. Ego's like, okay, guess what? We're afraid. That it's like this inside of you somewhere. Guess what? She's afraid. And it's like a big party time. Woohoo! We're going to feed on this. And so when the ego starts feeding on your fear, when it brings in fear and it allows you to start feeding that monster, it grows and grows and grows, and it can become something that's very serious. At first, it might not be. And if you let it grow, it will take over areas of your life. It'll bring in more. It's like a big party. It starts inviting its friends. Come on in. Shame, blame, guilt, grief. It's like, come on in. It's having this big party. And it starts taking over your whole world. That party is just going crazy inside of you. So how do you stop it? Once it's become a party or before it becomes a party? Before it becomes a party, it's a lot easier. You can breathe. You can relax. It's okay. It's okay. And if it's gone further than that, then we have to work to stop the party. We have to boot them all out. We got to bring the love in. Love always trumps fear. It always works. It always takes over a bigger place inside of you. What do you love? What do you love? Where can you put yourself? Sometimes if you're stuck, my daughter and I, we play this exercise because she definitely has some PTSD. And so her boyfriend knows me as the person that can calm her down. Because when she falls into that place of total fear, it really causes a huge anxiety attack. And it's just that big party takes over and she cannot get it to stop. So, wording, yes, Carol. So, what happens is, it really, it absolutely paralyzes her. She gets she'll start crying and she can't work and she's just absolutely in total and complete terror, which is very sad for me and very scary. So I try to watch for the phone when I know she's going through big changes, and when she calls, this is what we do. And I'm going to do it with you. I say, okay, breathe. And I want you to breathe in. You guys know what conscious breathing is, I hope by now. You breathe in. You create yourself a pattern of breathing. I'm going to breathe in for 5 seconds. Okay, good. And then hold it for 3. And then release for 4. Whatever way you want to do, doesn't matter. Or you can concentrate just on breathing as much air into your belly space as you can. And then breathing it out as far out as you can. Just keep breathing and breathing. And when you think that you've gotten all the air out of your belly, push a little bit more out. And then fill that belly back up. And however you can, thank you, Geraldine, however you can to turn off that fear response. Breathing is the best way. The body needs oxygen. If you notice when we get scared, we stop breathing. We might be getting enough air in our lungs to keep us alive, but we are breathing very shallow and fast most of the time. Our breathing changes. I do it all the time. I know what a fear response is. I know what PTSD is. I've had a nice hefty load of that myself. And so if you can slow yourself down and just say, okay, wait, stop. I'm just going to breathe. It's as easy as that. You can turn off that fear response. And then I want you to do something else. You really want to stop. You can start a whole new party in your house and within you. You're getting that love party going. Forget the fear party. That's no fun. Who wants to hang out at the fear party? Let's go to the love party. So, what do you love? Do you have someone in your life that you just, oh gosh, you can, what I do with her, I'm like, yeah, you got that great boy in your life, that boyfriend that you're just head over heels in love with. What I did with her is I said, okay, where's your happy place? Where is it? It might not even involve another human. It may be just sitting out in the woods someplace or sitting beside some water. You may not be able to go there right in that moment, but you can imagine it, and your imagination is very, very powerful. So put yourself into that happy place. Where is the happiest place you've ever been? A lot of times for me, it was my grandmother's. Sitting there, the lake was down a level. You had to go down the stairs. And there was a level up above where her little pink mobile home was. There used to be a cottage down on the water way back when I was a kid. And I could hear the water lapping the shores. And hear it hitting the boat that was in the boat lift. And sometimes someone would come out that door down in the cottage, and it was a screen door that would slam. I remember the sound of that old Frigidaire refrigerator with a big silver handle, and you could pull it down and it would open up. And then sometimes while we were laying there sleeping, we could hear it boom, like them when it started its cooling process. I remember all the sounds of that place. And I remember the smells when we were all gathered, when they would cook a big meal down in that little old cottage. And then this great big wooden table with great big claw feet underneath it. And all of us, cousins and grandparents and parents, we would gather around that table. It was comforting. So we all have those places. So you start to breathe and you start to pull yourself into that place. Where is it? Where is that happy place for you? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? What kinds of things? Think about what you might have put in your mouth. My grandmother used to make the best chicken gravy, turkey gravy. And she knew that I didn't like maple syrup. So if it was a morning or a dinner where we were having like breakfast for dinner, pancakes, she would make me turkey gravy and put on my pancakes. And I was like, oh, that was so good. So good. Zucchini bread. She made the best zucchini bread. Allow yourself to kind of travel through time and space as you're sitting there using your imagination. Go back to that happy place and calm yourself down. It's going to be okay. We are so loved and protected and cared for right now. And if we have to go without something, we're going to be okay. Just if we settle down the fears and we remember that we're here to watch out for each other. We're here to take care of each other. And if there's something that somebody that you love close by needs, and you can go, or somebody that you just know, your next door neighbor, she's really struggling. She's got to get to the doctor's office and she doesn't have enough gas in her car. I got gas in my car. Let me drive you. I'm not going to hoard it. I'm not going to get crazy. I'm just going to reach out where somebody needs help. That's how we get through these difficult times, by breathing and by being there for each other. Then we don't have that big toilet paper shortage. We just have to remember, we don't go running off in fear mode and try to save up as much as we can just in case. I got to have 50 rolls of toilet paper in order to get through this big shortage. Or, you know what? I got 10 rolls and I'm okay. And if my neighbor needs a roll, I can share it. What creates a better energy? Because it's the energy that matters. The rest of this it's temporary. We'll get through it. If we have to do a little more walking or riding our bikes, well, we'll be healthier for it. We are going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're always going to be okay. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Rachel. I told you guys I'd watch you guys. Hello, Rachel. Very sweet. Carol, let me see what you got here. You are reminding me of one of my happy places. Yeah. Bob's Lake. Is that what that says? Hold on. We'll just put on these big old glasses. Bob's Lake in Canada. The loons call there. Wow, calls there were so beautiful. I love that. Being able to hear those sounds. Being able to use your imagination. Breathing always brings us back to center. Exactly. We have to be careful our response to what's going on around us. Those of us that gather here, if you're a light worker, hi Sai. If you're a light worker and you have empathic abilities, and the energy that you're putting out has such an immediate response in the world these days. You're literally creating all the time, and faster and faster and faster, because you're getting good at this. So when you see something that feels scary, and you all of a sudden go, catch your breath, you know that feeling, you're like, oh gosh, then you go, oh gosh, okay, it's okay. Like immediately try to get that quelled. Try to calm that fear as quickly as you can. Just reminding you of your own power. You don't want to let that energy flow freely. Hey, Stephanie, because when you do, you are creating. You are always creating. We don't want to create more fear on the planet. We don't want to create more reasons to be afraid. So, it's okay. It's okay. Simple message today. Just breathe through it. We gotta change out the filter, right? We're like the pirate. Remember my story of the pirates, for any of you that have been with me. A pirate typically doesn't have a missing eye when they wear an eye patch. They wear that patch so that they can move the patch over to the other eye. So they're going up and down into the darkness of the ship to get like cannonballs or whatever they're doing. They have to be able to move quickly under attack. So they cover up one eye when they're up in the sunshine so that they can see in the light. And when they run back downstairs, well, now their eyes are all adjusted to the sunshine. They can't adjust quickly to the darkness. So they flip that eye patch over so that they can now see in the dark. And when they go back up into the light, they do this. So we all have that same ability to change our filter at any point. So do we want to see that darkness, all the scary stuff, by covering up the love patch? Nope, we can flip it over here very quickly. Flip it back over here. We're flipping it back over to the light. We're flipping it back into that love mode. And do that as often as possible. The energy that you are creating right now is super important to this ascension. So be aware of the energy that you're creating. The fear-mongering. I see light workers all the time, and I'm going to say this, and I hope a few people hear me. I still see people who put up such beautiful, enlightened messages. They seem like they're really moving along and they're really growing and expanding, and yet they will still post scary, politically inspired, or whatever it is, messages on their page. Be aware. Even if you're able to focus on that kind of stuff and it doesn't scare you, there's a lot of people in the world right now that can't. They see it, it scares them. You're helping to create more fear on the planet. So being conscious of what you're putting out there, being aware of the baby souls that are around you. If you were in a kindergarten class, you wouldn't be showing an R-rated movie. You would be showing Bambi or Tinkerbell. So be aware that there are a lot of baby souls on the planet that can't pull themselves out of that 3D. So knowing that, then our job is to bring out things that will help them to feel calmer. We're being the parents to those baby souls, or the ones that kind of guide them along and help them and comfort them. You know how to breathe and to pull yourself into center. Your energy is amazing. And the most important thing you can do right now is to help with that beautiful energy that you're creating, to help these other very scared people to relax, to be at peace, to know that it's going to be okay. That's why we're here. So when we're faced with these scary circumstances, our response has to be different than the masses, because we're here to help calm the earth. Does that make sense? Hi, Annie. Stephanie, good morning. So you like the eye patch? Good. That's a good way to think about it, isn't it? We only have two filters, love and fear. I don't want to be looking through fear, because fear is going to create more fear. I want to be looking through love, because love creates more love. And all I really want these days is love in my world. I'm tired of the fear. I hope you are too. So that's what I got for you today. It's funny because I pulled a card and guess what came up? And this is one of my favorite cards. I'm going to show you really quick, because if you pull this card apart, we got this little person down here hiding. They're just hiding away. They're up inside of her and they're hiding. And that's what most of us think we are, is this. We're just this little person, and the world is going on around us, and we think we're just here. That's all we got. And then look at her, Miss Powerful, out here. She's got everything at her fingertips. She's got control of all of this. That's how I look at this card, and I don't know if that's how the artist did, but She doesn't have any fear. She's setting those birds free, and yet she's still got a lot of control, doesn't she, over her environment? She has zero fear. She knows that she's powerful. This is not us. This is just what people think that they are, is that little tiny being that's being affected by everything, and we are so much greater than that, right? So I love that idea. So please see yourself that way, as powerful, as a creator of the energy, of the beauty, of all there is that's going on in the world. If we create from fear, we create these circumstances that will then create more fear. It's a ripple effect. And if we create from love, we create beautiful circumstances that then roll out and make the world a better place for everyone. So I'm all about the love today. I hope you are too. So if you're feeling it today, I'm going to take off my shoes. I like my bare feet when I'm doing this. So if you're feeling that fear and that discomfort, let's go into a nice, easy meditation together for a few minutes. Remember, I do that all the time. I don't really want to call it a meditation. It's just be still with me, please. I like to be still with other people. I like us all to feel our power together. It's magnified when we gather. So let's just feel that magnification, the powerfulness of all of us creating energy together for a few minutes. So take your shoes off if you can, get your feet planted. And if you can't, just envision your feet planted. I see our feet on a beautiful beach right now. I just saw that. I glanced at my feet, were like, oh, they're on a sandy beach. The beach is like been washed clean. We've kind of, it looks like after a little bit of a flood or after the tide has come out. So the sand is packed and it's solid, and you're standing on it. And as you stand on it, because there's so much water in the earth, you're actually sinking down in, and it's creating a perfect footprint underneath you. The sand is just forming. It's like that. You can pack it. It feels really interesting under your feet. I want you to feel that energy right in the centers. All those beautiful chakras in your feet, and right in the center is just a powerful place, just like in the centers of your hands. Feel that energy right there. Push your energy down into the centers of your feet. And now as you're pushing your energy down in the centers of your feet, see those roots going deep, deep, deep into the earth, planting you right here, calling in Archangel Michael. Love that sense of protection. Wrapping his energy around each one of us. We're all being wrapped in a perfectly safe bubble. You're all in that bubble, completely contained. You are safe in your own bubble right now. And then each one of us are being joined together. Your roots are reaching out and touching. Perfectly safe because we're so well protected. And we're all there together, and you'll feel as that energy starts to join in together. You can begin to feel the energy of one another as we reconnect. We're all so connected anyway, we've just forgotten. Let's go ahead and reconnect. It just latches right on. So beautiful. Now the energy is just flowing through that root system. And we are magnified. Each one of us, your power right now is even more powerful than it has been in a long time, because you are magnified by all of these beautiful beings around you. Call in your higher self. Just ask, say, yeah, come on in. I call her Diana. Come on in. And any of the loved ones that are here for your highest of good, or maybe you've got a favorite ascended master, a favorite angel, maybe you'd like to call them in too. Call in whoever you like. You're safe in that bubble. Bring them right in the bubble with you. Expand it out. Feel yourself blowing up that big old bubble that you're in. Just pull all this beautiful earth energy up. Feel it in your chest, and then just push it out. Just expanding this beautiful healing space. And then inviting in loved ones, ancestors, those that are here for our highest of good. Let them come in and spend time with you. Loving that sense of ancestral energy, those loved ones filling in my space. I look around and I see you in your bubble, and you're just surrounded by loved ones now. How does that feel to you? Isn't it beautiful? Those that have passed, they're just powerful beings of light. They just join you. They're like, oh, thank you so much for sticking it out, for the beautiful work you're doing. We're here for you. We're always here for you. They might give you a big hug, some of them. You might feel that warmth around you. Rest into this space that you've created. It's a perfect healing space. We're calling in the healing angels, calling in Archangel Raphael to guide. And if you're not feeling so great today, if you're energetically exhausted, having ascension symptoms or fatigue, pain, inflammation, calling in the angels to work with you now, bringing healing, strengthening your body. Yes, Jesus. Jesus would like to come in too. So if you'd like him in your bubble, you just say yes right now. I can't talk through that energy. It kind of takes my breath away. It's beautiful. Wow. Just bathe in it for a minute. It's like you're getting this big healing bath. Isn't that beautiful? It's a love bath. Energy just pouring down all around you, asking for source energy to come down over your crown. Just pouring that energy down through your crown, through every one of your chakras. Cleansing, getting rid of any blocks, any old stagnant energy, anything that's keeping you out of your flow. Allowing you to get back into the flow of life, back into that flow of this love energy that brings you to the place that you've always longed for. All of that beauty that you just keep wishing you'd get to, it's right there available to you. Just get back in the flow. Rest into it. You don't got to do anything. You just rest and relax. Let it take you where it needs to take you. Nothing to fear here. Such a beautiful place. You can see through your bubble. Hey, Janet. Hey, Annie. See through your bubble. See that beautiful beach. Can you see the blue ocean in front of you? Listen to the waves as you relax. Every cell of your body is filling up with love energy. Right now, feel it. Feel it coming down all around you, creating this insulation around you to help you to get through your days on this earth. Less affected by the energy of others, feeling relaxed and comfortable. Very nice. Now, just if there's any requests, if you have any loved ones that need some healing energy, you can include them in your little bubble. Pull them in. Just think about who it is. Send that love out to them. Beautiful. So easy to come to this place. Letting go of all fear. There's nothing to be afraid. There's nothing to do right now. It's just a peaceful place. You can let your body fully relax, releasing that tension in your shoulders, releasing the tension between those eyes. Let it go. It's all going to be okay. We are always okay. Nice. Just breathe, pulling that energy all the way up from the base of your spine. Just breathe it all the way up to your crown. About 3 more breaths. Let's rest here. 3 good, easy, conscious breathing. Pull it in, hold it a little bit, fill up your lungs, expand those lungs, let that healing get in. And hold it a little bit. And then release nice and slow. And when you're ready, do it a couple more times. Let your body fully relax. So easy. I love how they give this to us, this easy time. Little mini vacation every day. I see some seagulls flying over that blue ocean. A couple of dolphins just jumped way out deep. What do you see? Maybe a big mama whale bringing her baby in close to meet us. Nice. One more time. Pull in some more healing. One more time. I want you to get filled up to overflowing. And then when you do, I want you to take about 10 seconds and send it out around the earth to wherever it's needed. We don't need to be specific, just to wherever it's needed. So I'm going to get silent for about 10 seconds and just focus on letting it go. Let it go all the way around. Just this excess that you've got. You're just pulling it in. It's coming through you and out. It's not taking from you. It's coming through you. Take a big breath and send. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. It just circled around the earth over and over and over again. Well done. Going wherever it's needed. It's just raining down in this beautiful golden energy. Healing, removing fear, bringing love. Well done. So now I want you to feel your feet again. We're saying thank you to all the loved ones. Thank you to the angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for protecting each soul here, each person, your physical selves. Thank you for all of that beautiful protection from the angels and the healing. Archangel Raphael and Jesus and whoever else came through. Kuan Yin, your loved ones, your ancestors, your higher selves. Each one of you for joining me, pulling that energy back into your feet, asking Archangel Michael to sever any cords between any one of us, allowing you to sit in your own energy. Perfect, beautiful. Pull those roots all the way back into that bubble, making sure that there's no pinpricks, no holes in that bubble at all. Archangel Michael's checking it all out, making sure you're nice and safe as you go through your day, perfectly protected and so, so loved. And you're coming all the way back into your physical, feeling the energy, the heat come back into your legs, all the way up your spine, feeling your arms and your hands, opening your eyes, feeling protected and safe and whole and complete. Perfect to get back out into your day. Nice, nice. That was beautiful. Thank you guys for joining me in that. I hope that you'll take all this beautiful energy and just share it out today. The world needs you so much. Thank you so much for joining me in this big job we've got. It's a great time to be alive. Physical. I always get Steve in my ear. He's like, no, we're all alive. I'm like, I know, Steve. You're very, very, so much more alive than me anyway. We are physical. We're physical beings learning how to be a higher consciousness within this physicality, and it's an amazing time to be in existence physically. So take good care of yourselves today. I love you so much. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Janet. Take good care of yourselves today. I will see you tomorrow. Stephanie, all of you, take good care. I love you so much. We'll talk to you soon.